Life shouldn't be hard. Life should be a fun-filled adventure every day. So now start joining up dots. Tap into your talents, your skills, your God-given gifts, and tell your boss, you don't deserve me. I'm out of here. It's time for you to smash that alarm clock and start getting the dream business and life you, well, of course, are dreaming of. Let's join your host, David Ralph, from the back of his garden in the UK, or wherever he might be today, with another jammed-packed episode of the #1 hit podcast, Join Up Dots.
Yes, hello there. Good morning, you sexy beasts. How are you? This is Join Up Dots. It's a good day to be alive. It's a great day to be alive. It really is, because you're out there, you're in your special clothes, you're going to your special jobs, or you're sitting at home listening to Join Up Dots. You got internet, you got power, you got everything that really 90%, 99%, I don't know what it is, but there's an awful lot of people in the world that have literally nothing at all. They certainly haven't ever heard of Join Up Dots. Shame on you people in caves, but they haven't. So all of us, we've got everything to be grateful for. Now, what I want to do, I want to talk to you today about something that it suddenly dawned on me that I haven't done for a long while. Yeah, no, it's not that. It's not that, and it certainly isn't that. And no, that's disgusting. No. I don't think I'd ever done that, and I'm not even sure which way up I have to do it. But no, none of those things. I suddenly realised the other day, but I can't remember the last time that I really laughed. You know the kind of laugh that's belly laugh with tears rolling down your eyes. I can't remember the last time I did this. And I've started looking around at people and thinking to myself, there's not an awful lot of people just laughing and being happy and being free. And I started to dig into why is this? And that's what I do. That's what I do. I do my research. I prepare. Well, it kind of comes from, I watched this film and God, it was crap. It was a terrible, terrible film called Tag. And the idea of it is that these 4 or 5 guys, when they were kids, they used to play tag, like we all did. When you'd run up to somebody and you hit them on the back of the arm, you go, "You're it," and then you run away. And it's a true story, this, where these guys went through their entire life, or certainly into their sort of 40s and 50s, for 30 years, playing tag. The same game. They never gave up on it, and each year they would do really bizarre things to get the other people and creep up on them, and it was just bizarre. Now, I didn't like the film, but I liked the essence of what the film said. And what the film said was that we don't stop playing when we get old. We get old because we stop playing. Because we start to take life too seriously, because we started to focus in on bills and responsibilities and performance targets and getting up for that commute and all those kind of things. Now, at the end of the film, it was 99% rubbish, I thought, but this last little bit, about a minute and a half, these 6 guys, were in their 40s or 50s or whatever, and they'd been playing this game since they were very, very small. And one guy had never got tagged. He was invincible, and they really wanted to tag him. And they suddenly realised that it wasn't about running away, it was about bringing them together. If they didn't have this game, they didn't have this ability to play, this enjoyment, this focus, they would probably gone off in their separate ways and separate lives and just sort of operated like most of us do, where we go, I haven't seen that bloke for years. I haven't seen that girl for years. And last time I saw that person, we used to have so much fun, but I haven't seen them. And we just kind of let things drift away. So I was watching this film, as I say, and I started to think, they look like they're having so much fun. It's just stupid fun. It's enjoyable fun. When was the last time I truly laughed? And so I started researching, as I say. And I realised, and this is an interesting thing, and this is one of these things that I want you to go, my God, that's true, that happiness and enjoyment are actually our our fundamental essence, I suppose. It's what's in us, okay? And we hide it by piling stuff on. And as I say, all the responsibilities and things. Now, if you take a baby, we all know a baby, you look at them and they're just giggling all the time, okay? And they laugh apparently 300 times a day. They giggle and they laugh. And by the time they're like 13, they laugh 30 times a day. And by the time they're in their 30s, they laugh twice a day. Now, there's no difference between that baby and the 30-year-old or the 40-year-old other than the baby hasn't got anything to do. It's not worried about its mortgage repayments. It's just being who it is. Now, how do we connect back? How do we get back into that? How do we strip the layers and start to think to ourselves, it's time to have more fun and bring that enjoyment back into their lives? Well, I've been doing it over the last week because I realized this. And I started by simply thinking funny. And what I mean by that was I just kind of tried to lighten my mood so that I would just be smiling. And if I went into, you know, sometimes in toilets, you go into a toilet, there's a mirror in front of you. Now, normally you just do what you have to do and zip yourself up and be on your way. This time, I'd look at myself and I'd actually try to smile. And it was stupid. And so I'd actually smile naturally because I felt stupid doing this. But I was trying to kickstart the humour, the happiness, the fun in my face. And then I started thinking to myself, how can I sort of bring more playful elements into my life? And I'll give you a classic example. There's a lovely lady who I'm working with, and I mention her all the time. And her name's Toscarino. She's beautiful, and you can go over and you can Google toscarino.com. Now, if you go over to her website, it's very bland. If you meet the lady, she sparkles. And if you see her in front of audiences and crowds, she just comes alive, like she's got electricity through her. And the more fun she has, the more engaging it is. And so the more powerful it is, because we almost want to be like her. It's not we almost want to be like her. We do want to be like her. We want to feel like we're having fun. We're having enjoyment. There's another guy on the internet called Craig Ferguson, and he had a chat show in America called The Late Late Show, which James Corden took over. And if you watched him when he first started the show, he was very much sort of like a chat show host. He was playing at what he thought a chat show host would be. But as he moved through the years, he got more and more stupid and more fun, and he would just laugh and giggle. And you can just go over to the internet and type in Craig Ferguson cracking up or laughing. And the beauty of this was he realized that he had the ability to play and enjoy himself, and people liked that more. They want to see people having fun. They want to see people being engaged. They want to see people living a life that perhaps they could aspire to. And it's not what they're doing, it's how they do it. You know, it's that song again. It's not what you do, it's the way that you do it, and that's what gets results. And I've realized that I started to lose that. I started to lose that stupidness that I had in me, where I would just have fun for the sake of it. I would wind up my kids for the sake of it. I would just be playful. I used to be in an office years ago, and I used to just creep up behind the owners and flick their ears and just do bizarre things. And it wasn't professional, but it made people laugh, and it made me laugh, and the place was better for it. It was fun. And then other people would do stuff, and it would just be a more playful environment. So the question to you guys is, when was the last time you really laughed, that you really threw your head back and tears came out and you're holding your sides and you're thinking, oh, you know, I remember years ago going to see Billy Connolly, and he was talking about, I got to a point, I thought I was going to die. I couldn't breathe. I was literally thinking, shut up, Billy, shut up. I just couldn't get any breath into me. And that's probably the last time that I really have got to that point where I just lost myself. But it felt so good. It was so fun. It was, the sweat was pouring off you, but it was just totally enjoyable. So when was the last time you had that? And I promise you, if you haven't had it for years, It's because you've either suppressed that inner essence of allowing the happiness to flood out of you, or you're not playing enough. You're playing the adult role instead of the childish role. And I think we've got to connect with our childish side and bring out the fun, the spark, the smile, the enjoyment, and people will naturally migrate to you. I promise you, it works all the time. The more fun you have, the more you put yourself out there, the more you're authentic and you're honest and you're real, people respond to that. And it's just the way of the world. So these guys playing tag, they're playing the same game. It's silly, but it's fun. It's enjoyable. It's a laugh. And myself on the podcast, I think there was a time where I was really enjoying it, and then I think I started to lose it a bit because it became a job. But I'm trying to now reconnect to just the enjoyment, the fun, just trying to speak to people and find a humorous element in the conversation that can bring in a spark that wasn't there. I want to play and have fun. So, very short episode of Join Up Dots, as I try to do every now and again. And I just want to ask you that one question. When was the last time you truly laughed? And if you haven't been laughing and you haven't been enjoying yourself, I promise you, strip away everything and just start to become playful. And you will start to find it just naturally comes to you. You can't fight it. It's really, really important to be happy. And that happiness is in you. Until next time. I'll see you again. Stay happy, stay sexy. And that was Join Up Dots. Cheers. See ya. Bye-bye.
That's the end of Join Up Dots. You've heard the conversation. Now it's time for you to start taking massive action. Create your future, create your life. It's the only life you've got. We'll be back again real soon. Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots, Join Up Dots. Join Up Dots.